Sunday night against the Indiana Pacers during the midst of another vintage performance by Kevin Durant, Suns radio analyst Tim Kempton boiled it down to a very basic level. Quote, the Phoenix Suns have Kevin Durant and you don't, Kempton said as KD hit a jumper to give himself 37 points and his team a 9-point lead over Indiana in the fourth quarter. Talk about your advertisement for a game the very next night. Durant put on a show again on Monday, mostly after halftime, helping the Suns record their second how the hell did they win that game win in their last three home games. This one was a 115-113 thriller over the Chicago Bulls at Footprint Center. Once again, this looked like it was going to end very badly for the Suns. Not only was Chicago playing out of its mind early, moving the ball, hitting threes, and competing very hard on every defensive possession, but the Suns looked very much like a tired veteran team playing a second game in as many nights. DeMar DeRozan hit a three-pointer with 8:06 left in the third, giving the Bulls a 23-point lead. Suns called timeout, after which they started to chip away at the deficit. It was at 19 points when Drew Eubanks checked into the game with 4:56 left in the quarter. Yes, before Durant could run, Eubanks walked. The reserve center, who's been in and out of Frank Vogel's rotation, was called for what looked to be a bogus technical foul by official Carl Lane with 3:39 to go in the quarter. Eubanks was incredulous, immediately saying, "What did I do?" 30 seconds later, Eubanks fouled Andre Drummond
posting
under
left
the hoop.
block against.
Oops. Eubanks fouled Andre Drummond under the hoop, and Drummond took exception, drawing a technical foul in the process. That lit a fire under Eubanks, who had 2 dunks and a couple of offensive rebounds as the comeback started, setting the stage for Durant, who was simply masterful in the fourth quarter, scoring 17 of his 43 points, including a ridiculous double-clutch jumper between 2 Chicago defenders that barely rippled the net as it gave the Suns the lead. Yeah, the Suns have Kevin Durant, and you don't. Maybe some more fans of this team will come over to the side of appreciating that fact as opposed to clinging to the past. Maybe. That's Vinnie's View, brought to you by Bumblebee Plumbing.
Durant posting left block against Neesmith. Puts his shoulder into him, spins left, fades, and hits again from the baseline. Gives Kevin Durant 37.
The Phoenix Suns have Kevin Durant, you don't.
Still got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still got him. Ain't that right, DA?
We got KD. Ain't that something?
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Man, it wasn't smooth the whole way. It looked ugly at times, quite honestly. The shooting percentage was way down, but for him to turn it on the way that he did when his team needed him to, and it wasn't just Kevin Durant. And we'll get into this a little bit later on. Yesterday I was imploring, get something from the bench, and I was looking at Eric Gordon. Well, he didn't play last night. He sat out with a wrist injury. So for the Suns to get something from their bench on a night where Eric Gordon wasn't available, I don't know where it leads, but man, it was a good sign.
Yeah, listen, I think what I saw from Drew Eubanks last night in a broad-based view is really that's all the Suns need from their bench. They just need little micro bursts of production. Whoever it is, just do something to help the other three along the way. Look, this is kind of what I think this team has to become, and it's what we've seen recently. It's a very top-heavy team that has players that the other team can't deal with, and Kevin Durant's been on one.
Thanks for watching Bickley and Marotta. Click to see the latest Bickley Blast and hit the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.